Folks, we have this. Hey, Thanksgiving is next week. That's great, right? Big Thanksgiving Day parade, friends, family. Hopefully it should be terrific. However, there's concern about ISIS launching an attack right here in the city against the Thanksgiving parade.
Yeah, ISIS is encouraging a lone wolf to carry out a terror attack along the parade route. Teresa Priolo is on the Upper West Side. What are you hearing, Teresa?
Good morning, Greg and Rosanna. Good morning, everyone. As you can see behind me, the barricades are in place. We are at the start of what will be the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Now, there is always a security concern around this massive event, but this year, ISIS is encouraging its supporters to use this opportunity to do harm. In a little more than a week, millions will line the streets in New York to watch the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Those in attendance will see floats and balloons and bands. ISIS sees an opportunity. In the latest edition of Rumiyah, the group's online magazine, ISIS calls for followers to carry out vehicle-borne attacks, like the one that killed 86 people in Nice, France. In the magazine, ISIS calls the Thanksgiving Day Parade an excellent target.
This is not something that occurred to us over the weekend when we saw the article in ISIL's online magazine. This is an element that we had factored into plans for the Thanksgiving Day Parade in years past.
John Miller, the NYPD's Deputy Commissioner of Intelligence and Counterterrorism, says that after the attack in Nice, the department visited nearly 200 locations across the metro area that rent trucks and told those businesses how to spot suspicious activity. The department has planned for vehicle-borne attacks at the parade long before this latest article came out.
As you may recall from last year, the route was lined with hundreds of blocker cars at intersections, very much the way we do along a presidential route, or as you've seen in other major events.
Miller says the NYPD is ready for threats besides a truck or car bomb. He outlined some of those steps the department takes at big events like the parade.
Radiological readings, biohazard surveillance, counterterrorism measures, including vapor wake explosive detection dogs. It's not a one-threat approach, it's an all-threat approach.
With all that being said, Miller has a very clear message to those who may be frightened from the parade route.
Come to the Thanksgiving Day Parade, have a good time, bring the family. I always go, always bring mine.
And when we talk about safety, let's just keep in mind that last year's parade happened just a few weeks after that attack in Paris that killed almost 200 people by ISIS. And yet for our parade here, it was largely without incident. The parade, as I mentioned, steps off here from 77th and Central Park West. It also goes down to Macy's in Herald Square and steps off at 9. That is the latest from the Upper West Side this morning. Greg and Rosanna, back to both of you.
See you later. Should we have a party?